Hey guys, I had another disturbing insight because, I call myself an intuitive introvert and an empath as well. And I was very close to a very dysfunctional family unit that then ingested, introjected another very dark personality, which broke the family basically and traumatized the children anyway. To understand the content of this video, you need to understand that my channel in general is not for everybody. I rather talk of extremes. I see people, humanity, society, population on a spectrum. And the spectrum goes from intuitive introvert, empath, to through a lot of different diverse personalities, colors, if you want, mixes, until we end on a spectrum of narcissistic psychopathy. And the beginning and the end, they are in a strange way entangled. So narcissistic psychopathic people who are possessed by the spirit of domination, manipulation and control, people who have a grandiose false sense of self, who are codependent, who are needy, and so on, they need, especially people from the empathetic, intuitive, introverted side, because these people have exactly what they completely lack, okay? They have emotional intelligence, natural bliss, drive and love to life, and they are willing to share this in excess with everybody around them, because in their naive state, they think that everybody is the same, everybody is good, and if there is somebody who is not as good in the moment, they will surely recover back to their divine nature. Yet this is false, it's not true. So we have the empowered empath and the awakened empath, or the empowered intuitive introvert who understands the spectrum. And normal people, like 85% of all people, probably something like that, are, let me say, healthy mix out of empathy, intuitive, introverts, emotional intelligence, but combined with the ability to make boundaries, to not please everybody, to see evil where evil is, to be self-absorbed to a certain amount, to feel entitled over others in a certain amount, just taking care for yourself. Like the family father that mutates to a raging savage when driving home and driving very quick past small children. And if it was his children, he would never drive that fast. But that's just normal people. They are a mix of love and empathy, as well as self-absorption, entitlement, manipulation, control. Okay, so they have it all, and they go through their own kinds of destinies and struggles. Somebody come, I'll make a small pause. But there are these very rare people on the other side of the spectrum, of the beginning of the spectrum. People who from the beginning have integrated huge parts of personality that other peoples never integrate or don't even worry about, but I'm talking about the empath, the intuitive introvert, people who operate completely from the love frequency, don't really focus on worldly riches and gains, something like that, okay? So we have a special kind of destiny and make a special kind of experiences in our life. And part of it is to learn to understand the narcissistic, psychopathic side of the spectrum. Because these people target us. They need us as supply. And yeah, the disturbing insight I made today was something that I have sensed all along very early. Actually, immediately when I experienced these people. But now I have discovered this on an intellectual level because Sam Wagnin, a professor about narcissistic psychology, talked about it, and I made my own conclusions. Now, let me repeat what Sam Wagnin said. He said, narcissism is a compensatory mechanism for shame, and psychopathy is a compensatory mechanism for anxiety or fear, okay? In other words, these people have experienced huge amounts of anxiety or shame. Thus, they have repressed this in the unconsciousness, so they get invulnerable to it. They don't feel it anymore. But it becomes a reigning topic of their life. They project it on others from this time on. And also you need to understand that all the cluster B personality disorders are not static. They are warping into each other. They are changing and they are often misdiagnosed. So especially borderline is often misdiagnosed. And each of them can turn into the other side, you know. Narcissism is on a spectrum. You have the overt and the covert narcissist, but it's all one thing. And they can also turn into psychopath. And there are different, but we can get very lost into determine what it is exactly. Doesn't matter. See, what matters is you understand the shame and the anxiety basis of these personality disorders. And this is the reason why narcissists can't feel shame. So they do very shameful things, but they display that they are proud about it. And only when you expose this in a public setting, this is when they show some form of shame. So I still don't completely understand all the connections to it, but what I understand is, and this is this disturbing insight, the covert narcissist has huge amounts of repressed shame, and this shame means he learned not that his behavior is bad, because this would mean you do something wrong, but you are okay. You have to repent and you can change and then be good. No. He has learned that he himself is bad. The covert narcissist has learned in 99% of all the cases from his mother, you are bad. You are a shame. And because I have this ability to get pictures, you know, when I'm confronted, when somebody, in this case it was like somebody forced himself onto me, and I get this picture of a child shitting in his diapers, being in his own shit. And normally the mother lovingly takes care of this, and so the child learns it is normal what I'm doing. My mother loves me still, of course she does. And until I learn to do my number 2 business alone, She will take care of it and love me. But the covert narcissist is stuck in this phase where he feels ashamed and full of shame, as if he was full of shit. And his mother tells him or her, you are bad, you are shit, I don't love you, I reject you. So this is so early in childhood, it happens that these people are broken inside. And this is why they get invulnerable to shame. They can't take it anymore. But then they have it, you know, they are not aware of this, but they project it on everybody. So it will stay a topic in their life all the time, but they're running away from it. Because this is the big contradiction in them. The grandiose self that is omnipotent, omniscient, so great, like God, or God. But at the same time, they are ashamed that they are shit. So this is a huge dissonance, okay? Yeah, just to make you understand and to witness, this is really disturbing. Yeah, and something like this must have also happens to antisocial personality disorders, or to sociopaths, and again narcissists that are already dealing with this shame topic. You know, they have this introject that they are bad, and this is why, yeah, they are bad, and this is why they have to become invulnerable to that shame of being bad. And this is why they invent the grandiose self to shield themselves. And then they can even turn into, the behavior can become the same as of a psychopath. And this can be because of huge levels of anxiety that has been put on them. Because, of course, this huge dissonance that the narcissist carries inside can lead to anxiety. And when the anxiety then gets too much, they have also to repress it. And this is why psychopaths don't feel fear. They have this boldness. And it is because they became invulnerable to anxiety, because they were exposed. You need to understand it this way. There is a functioning brain. A child is born. Okay, some psychopaths have a really brain damage from the beginning. They are born with that. But let's say it is there. The capability of being an empathetic, loving, invested, healthy human being is there. But through rejection and traumatic experiences, the ability to feel shame and the ability to feel fear is simply burned away. The prefrontal cortex is being destroyed, is burned away. These people have different brains. You see brain damage because of many reasons. Also to high cholesterol levels, which is not good for the hippocampus. All the brain activities that are necessary for being truly social, for finding your place in society without being predatory and parasitic, and being transparent and having functional communication, these brain areas are dysfunctional. This is why these people have to run away all their lives from themselves to create a fake image that prevents others from see this truth, from their true self. They run away from their true self. Okay? So yeah, I thought I wanted to share this with you. I will soon probably have to confront some people with exactly this topic. And I know that they will run away from this. I know it already. They do this all their life, and it gets harder and harder because the amount of shame guilt and anxiety is just getting more and more the older they get and the more they run away from it, but act in a way that they should be ashamed, that they are guilty, they commit crimes, okay? So we see. I just want to share this to you because you need this to, there is this paradoxon in healing. As an empath, it's your breakthrough moment when you learn this, to see it this way, when you educate yourself. But it also holds you back to be forced to still deal with these low vibrational people. So it's both a chance and a challenge. It's a chance for growth, for being empowered, for understanding who you really are, to unlock your full potential. But it also is a challenge because maybe you can't cut out these people completely out of your life, because it could be that you're in a co-parenting situation or for whatever reason, and then you have to still understand these people more than you want and confront them. Yeah, and I wish you, if you're in a situation like this, I wish you endurance. I wish for you that you can still heal on the run. That you, even when you're in isolation after the discard and smear campaign, whatever you went through, I hope you have the endurance to feel more and more and more powerful and grow in your truth and reintroduce yourself to the society and build up new circles. This is possible because you are an authentic person. Don't let the negative self-talk that the narcissist tries to introject in you when they act out suicidal, depressive behavior. This is not you, this is them. Okay? Don't let this affect you. Mirror this energy back to them. Confront them. It's not you. And yeah, I wish you the endurance to get through this paradoxon. And I hope you end up on the side of self-growth and breakthrough. But you must be built for the long run, not for the short term.